Hey, I'm Marcus.
Wow.
I'm Atrax.
We are working class nerds.
Cue the intro. That's right, we are Working Class Nerds, the podcast that gives you no information about your favorite information.
Today is Thursday, October 20th, 2022, and you can find this giant room filled with pineapple, and more pineapples because Kymeri is stuffing his face, number 172 podcast on Apple Podcasts, Buzzsprout, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and anywhere you can find a pineapple in the galaxy far, far away.
You can now find every single it says Atrax. That's my spot. You can now find every single Working Class Nerds episode on YouTube. In addition to YouTube, Working Class Nerds is branching out to another new platform, rumble.com. So from now on, all the top tier content that Marcus tells me to put there will be posted.
And you can watch me completely fail at video games Tuesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays at twitch.tv/MarcusB814.
And you can watch me vibe out on Monday nights at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/A_Atrax.
And you can find all of us on social media. I am at MarcusB814.
And I am at Atrax_A. And this week's episode, we're getting all sandy talking about pineapples, Pokemon, and Papegas with the amazingly great friend of the show and Marcus and myself. It's Kymeri. So what have you been up to?
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's good to be back on the Working Class Nerds. Hope you guys are doing awesome. I've been doing great, and we had a big name change on Twitch. That was one of the big things I wanted to talk about with y'all today. I'm no longer there's no more it's just Kymeri now. So much more cleaner, and it looks better, and just feels so much nicer for me and my content.
I still call you the pineapple.
So many people just troll me. They're like, the Kymeri. I go into like a stream, they're like, the Kymeri. I'm like, no. You stop. But I've been doing great. Guys.
Well, it's so to the name thing, right? You have, when you reach the penultimate level of Twitch, which you have achieved, you have a contact that you can say, hey, can we get rid of this name? And because you've earned that check mark, they're willing to work with you on that because you've achieved that status.
Mm-hmm.
And, because I remember when Chronic won his partnership, he, the only reason why he got to get the stream team name is because he got the guy who had the stream team name because Twitch told him who had it. And it kind of went from there, and he messaged it and got it. And didn't Stay Alive get his underscore removed?
Yes, that's also correct. Yes. And in the cases of name changes for partners, the account that you're looking to try to, take has to be inactive for over a year. So that's like the ruling. The one for me was like 9 years ago. And I was like, well, this should be pretty easy. But like Chronic, who just shortened his name as well, just a Chronic, is he that account was also just not active for a year. I can't even believe that. That's crazy that he got just Chronic, and like Amish Ace did it too with just the just having the underscore between his name now. Yeah, it's definitely it's definitely a nice
Chronic. So Chronic isn't Director Chronic?
He's just Chronic, yeah.
Oh wow.
You
didn't know that.
That's what the announcement was today. I'm sorry, but it just goes into the the reason why I bring that up is because it kind of started with what I was doing, and then like I saw Amish do it like as soon as he hit partner basically, and then Chronic was like, oh, I got inspired by a few people who shortened their names, and it just looks a lot better for the future too. And that's something that we've all talked about. Like I've talked about it with you guys, like and also with them too. So knowing that this is kind of on brand for the future of stuff is good. I wonder if it wasn't too bad. Like it didn't make it too bad, but it's just like a cleaner name. When you see that, it's just like beautiful. It's beautiful.
I'm happy for you.
Thanks, man.
I do have a question for you.
Sure.
is, you've been partner for what, a year now?
No. Let's
8
see,
months?
7 months.
7 months? Bro, where's the new merch? Like, like,
That's
where's the new merch, dude? Like, why is there no pineapple shirt? Why is there no shiny Charizard? Like, where's all of the new merch, man?
No sand merch.
Yeah, dude, you haven't had new merch in like 2 years. Like, let's go, dude.
Well, yeah, that's another discussion for another time.
Oh.
Mostly because there's other things that are in the works along with the Kymeri name change. To go along with that. So that's
That
kind
is
of
a
part
good
of
point.
it.
He had to change his name before he could get new merch.
Well, yeah, and of course there's other things on top of that, right? It's not simply just a name change. It's going to be a lot more than that. So that's all I'm going to say, but yeah.
Wait,
It's a lot more.
it's only us talking. Why can't you tell us?
We're on the podcast, you freaking Mapanga. You think I don't know?
Oh, oops.
Oops, yeah. This isn't just some phone call when I'm in the bathroom and you're like, "Hey, Kymeri, you there, bud?" That's usually what happens. I'm like
Sure.
usually in the bathroom and Marcus is like ringing me, and then I see this picture of Buzz Lightyear on my damn phone.
Ring a ding 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 dong. No, but seriously, that's amazing. Now, I know you've been playing a lot of Pokemon, right? And I know there's new games coming, right?
Yep.
And what's the new games? Pearl and Diamond?
No. Scarlet and Violet.
Okay, so I'm gonna go. I don't know, Atrax. I'm gonna go over under. I'm gonna say he's gonna pick Scarlet to start.
My guess is he'll probably get both.
Yeah, but you can't play both
Scarlet,
at the same time.
no. I think he'll get Violet. Because, dude, Violet's purple. He's gonna get purple, dude.
Oh yeah, because
over red,
purple.
yeah, he's
and,
gonna get
he's
purple.
gonna be like, oh, Rooney,
The legendary's just cooler too. Okay.
The legend. You hear that? The legendary's cool.
Yeah, it's
All
really
right.
cool.
Wait,
Yeah.
what's the legendary?
It's like the box art Pokemon on there. Like if you pull up like an image of it, it's the purple dragon thing. It's Maraudon.
What's the abilities of box art?
We don't know. We don't know any info yet. That's what I like though. I'm honestly, a lot of people are like excited and they get like leaks from like YouTube. They're all like, a lot of my friends are like, oh my God, I gotta get on YouTube. Gotta look at all the leaks. Oh my God. Oh, and I'm like, I don't really care about that. Like, I think that really stems a lot from Star Wars now is like not caring about leaks or like different.
$366 for the, oh no, it's 120
for double. Yeah. For both. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the Switch. Oh,
yeah, the Switch.
That's pretty dope. It comes with the purple and the red Joy-Con.
Yeah, the Switch looks beautiful. It's really good. I don't need it, but it looks amazing. And that was something people were craving because I think with the I don't remember if they did a Sword. The Sword and Shield exclusive was like the small one, the Switch Lite.
Yeah.
And people were kind of upset about it. They were like, "Why didn't you give us a full on docked Switch? Like, every other game got one, so why didn't we get one? What the heck?" And then they just did it for this one. So it does look pretty cool, though, I will admit.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so you're going to play Scarlet to start or Violet to start?
Probably Violet. But I'm definitely, Atrax was correct on this. I am getting both. Just because I will have like, multiple save files, right? Like the day the game comes out, I'm unfortunately not streaming. I do this thing with my friends every time. And I go hang out with them, and Rooney will be here with me. So she gets to go hang out with them too. And I'll be playing one save in person, and then I'm saving another one for stream, right? So that makes just more sense to me. And it'll be really fun because the game's open world and you can do it in any order. So you don't have to, there's not one streamlined way to do it now. It's just like a new thing for this Pokemon game specifically, and I'm excited for.
I think, go ahead, Atrax.
I was going to say, so the community can make you go after Sandygast first again? Or
if Sandygast is even in Paldea, I don't know.
Oh yeah, that could be.
I don't know if I don't think all of them are revealed, but there are some interesting choices. I will say, Wiglet gives me nightmares.
But I think Breath of the Wild as a game changed the landscape for all games moving forward. because Breath of the Wild was so open world. And then what was the Pokemon game? Arceus or
Yeah,
something?
Legends Arceus. Yep, the open world Pokemon game.
Like that
Yep.
game is legit.
It's beautiful. I love that game so much.
And it's free to play, right?
No, you had to get it. You had to buy it. But it was, dude, it blew it blew everything out of the water, right? Like it was like everything people wanted to like be able to explore different areas and see the Pokemon in the areas with you. That's always like a really nice touch. And I'm really glad to see I'm glad to see that in Scarlet and Violet that I feel like Legends Arceus was a test subject for them to see if they would work really well, and people really like it a lot. So
That's what's up.
All right, Legends of Arceus. Oh, I could buy it at. So let me ask you this question:
sure.
a non-Pokemon really player, like I played Sword, I didn't beat it, but I have Sword and Shield. I never played Shield, or maybe I did a little bit. I probably did the opening area, right?
Sure.
Would you say Arceus is a good game for me to play?
Yeah, I think it's really cool. Like honestly, if you like Breath of the Wild kind of style with like the storylines and they have like actual bosses in the areas that you're in, it's really kind of neat. I really enjoyed playing through it. It took me a little bit because I was on a little poke hiatus, really. I wasn't playing Pokemon for a little bit while I was starting out my stream and doing all the stream stuff with y'all and SWTOR and everything like that. I didn't really play a lot. I did keep in touch with people and like I saw like part of the community and like different parts of the games and stuff, but I was a little slow on it. Like I just beat Brilliant Diamond, which was a remake of the Gen 4 games last night because I need it tomorrow. So, yeah, I just beat it and it was out for over a year. It just took me a little bit of time to get through it.
Oh, I can do a digital download of it.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Digital downloads. I normally am not one for a digital download, but that is one of the games I did do it for.
Well,
I don't know why.
Well, for me, I think that's a home run just because like I'm gonna play it like 3 times.
Right,
So
I understand.
So yeah,
That makes sense. Yeah. Dude, yeah, 1 month away, man. I'm freaking excited. Like I'm honestly it's hard to contain it, but I'm pretty damn hyped. It's gonna be a fun time. I think once it gets around that 1 to 2 week mark, I'm gonna be like, okay, yep, this needs to come out like now. So I'm ready. And a lot of people are just talking about it. So
my last question before I ask Atrax what he's doing. When you do stream it for the first time, did I hear you're gonna do a 12-hour stream with it?
That was not what I said because it's gonna be during the week. But
I heard 12-hour.
I mean, if I had some more time off, I would, but I'm kind of slim to none on time off for work, so I can't really just do that.
That's weird, Marcus. I heard 24-hour.
Oh my, you guys are terrible. I'm not doing another 24-hour stream for
Never
such
again.
a long time. Dude, that one in March like killed me. I think it was because of like all the partner hype, and then like it was in that stream we were celebrating 3K, and then we had the partner hype. I was exhausted.
Dude, you picked up Rooney from the airport at 1:00 in the morning. You were starting to stream. You hadn't seen her in months, so you guys needed some private time before the stream. You didn't feel good, and then you started stream. Dude, from the time you started Click Go Live, you didn't like. You looked like you were sick.
Yeah.
And you fucking grinded it out, and it lasted like 2 weeks.
A legend.
Yeah,
dude, that was crazy. Like, but I think I went off of the partner adrenaline because it was halfway through the stream we announced that, right? Like I had already known, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it halfway through, and we're gonna make this crazy. And it was wild. So
I think I'm gonna get this. Our Pokemon Legends Arceus Beginner's Guide will provide you with some pick up everything, use type advantages to win battles.
Imagine using a guide.
Well, I don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah, no, it's really cool, dude. I recommend it. I think it's neat because like you actually have to like throw the Pokeballs at the Pokemon in the wild. Pretty cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. And that's how Scarlet and Violet is going to be.
60
I think.
$60.
Pokemon games, dude. Pokemon games, dude. That's just
yeah, that's true. Dude,
they don't dip.
I went into the store the other day looking for Splatoon.
Oh,
Splatoon 2 and 3, both $60.
That's like crazy.
All right, okay.
Like 2 should be definitely not 60. 3 just came out, but
2 is good, but like not that good. 3 just came out. You gotta like, come on, Nintendo, hook it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's a Nintendo thing. Like the games, like they don't like go down in price.
So Atrax, what have you been up to?
I took last week off the podcast. I went on vacation with my family. It was great. We just all hung out over in Eastern Oregon. The weather was amazing. There was a little like mini putt-putt golf course that we went to. Super fun family stuff. But also on vacation, as I usually do, my Switch is my kind of vacation gaming system because it's really great to take when there's no internet or you don't know if there's going to be internet and your family is coming, so you can play it on the big TV with everybody. Switch is just a great vacation console. And before I left, I browsed through the best deals or great deals, whatever the tab is, and I found this game series called Cat Quest. And they were both on sale for like 90% off. I got both of them for $6. Yeah. And I played the second one first. I don't know why. I was just like, well, I'll just play the second one.
He's like, it's got another number next to it. It's fine, too.
Well,
Two is better than one.
I saw the second one before I saw the first one. So I got and started the second one, and I was like, oh, I should also see the first one. But whatever. Anyway, so I played through the second one. I beat it over the course of the week. And all I can say is highly recommend. It's actually a great game. It's a 2-player co-op. It's about a cat and a dog and the two kingdoms. Cats and dogs are at war with each other. And these two lords are trying to find a sword to unite the kingdoms. That's the premise. It's a great like little mini RPG. I think there's a total of like 65 quests and maybe 75 little mini dungeons that you can run into. And that's it. It's just great, good, wholehearted fun.
Sure.
Good times.
I need a vacation.
Take
Just
one, man.
hearing like going somewhere and just chilling sounds so good right now.
Dude, it was so nice to go visit Rooney for her birthday. Like, that was like my little vacation. It was amazing.
That's
It
what
makes
I'm
it
saying.
so much nicer. It's just like,
Yeah.
get away from everything, and you're just like, yep, that's it.
Just delve into a little mini game or some sort of indie game, and yeah, good times. I also did some other stuff too, hiking and whatnot, out in Eastern
You go
Oregon,
outside?
Rarely, but it does happen.
You're supposed to be editing our videos. I don't know what's going on
know.
here.
Well, I did actually. I did take care of all that too.
Well, that's good.
Got it
Yes,
all
you
done. Got it all. Yeah. Yep. Got it all done. Oh man.
Well, he thought he had one of the videos done, and
I thought I did.
And then I kiboshed the whole fucking thing.
Oh no.
Yeah, like he was like, "Oh yeah, it's ready to go," and I was like, "Oh, how does it end? Not like the way you want." Oh shit! Rip that guy. Do it again.
All right. Undo it.
Yeah,
I want it this way. I'm like, all right, okay, it's gonna take this amount of time. All right, whatever, fine. So there you go. Now you know that another video is coming.
The joys of video editing.
Yeah, it's wonderful. The joys of working for market. No, I'm just kidding.
So you've been playing games or what?
Yeah. So I played that. That was over vacation. I got back. I started a little bit of work on the Multiverses tournament. I updated some of the rules and whatnot. No one has currently signed up yet for November 5th, Saturday, November 5th. Please sign up, come hang out. It's going to be a great time. I'm pretty sure that it's still pretty far away. So, I'm sure people are assembling teams and whatnot. But as of yet, if you sign up, you could be the first group to sign up. And also you would automatically win if nobody else signs up. So there you go. You get free prizes. In addition to that, I also on Monday for stream, I played Overwatch 2. I gave it a go. A lot of people have convinced me to download it. And so I finally did. And I enjoyed myself, but I will say that my suspicions were correct. So in the few hours that I played, there were only like 1 or 2 maps that I didn't recognize. I recognized pretty much all the other ones. All the characters pretty much felt the same. I didn't really see a whole lot of the newer characters. Yeah, I like kind of felt their impact. Sometimes I was like, whoa, that was cool. This person did that. Or like, oh, I have a new character on my team. But it didn't feel overall impactful. And so it was just, I don't know. I'm skeptical. I don't like that they called it Overwatch 2. I wish they would have stuck with Overwatch and just said, we're going free to play. We're revamping the game. But I don't know. Maybe legally they couldn't do that or something.
I think they had. Well, I think they had to because they changed the whole meta, which was 6v6, and then they went to 5v5. So a lot of people lost their jobs. Then they needed, if they just did a giant update, it wouldn't have created hype, right? And they're making a first player story, like a single player story for the game. So there's a lot happening with it. And I think I'm going to compare it to the 10-year anniversary for SWOTOR. But the difference is Overwatch is going to complete their campaign for Overwatch 2. So what I mean by that is, no, but hear me out. So they released the game. They're letting people get on the servers. They're going to play it. They're going to find out what works and what doesn't. They're going to finish the single player story, whether it's 3, 5 hours, 10 hours, whatever the single player campaign is. Here's the next thing. I foresee Overwatch becoming almost like, I'm not saying a Destiny game, but like something like that, where you're going to have your single player story. They're going to come out with like co-op stuff, and then they'll go into, and then you're going to have your typical, Overwatch PvP. Because really, truly, that's what it is. But my point is, the difference between that and that is they started off small. They gave people expectations and they delivered what they promised. Right? They didn't overpromise and underdeliver.
I guess I don't really know what they promised for me to be able to say that. But when I think of like Overwatch 2, I think if they had waited to call it Overwatch 2 until the story came out, I'd be more willing to accept it. But for me, it's like I played for 2 or 3 hours. It felt like I had just been playing the updated version of Overwatch, which I guess that's what it is. But the impact was not it didn't feel like an impact to me.
But here's the thing. They released it when they did because they know what's coming. Okay? You've got God of War coming. You've got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 remake of the remake of the remake of the remake coming. You know what I mean? You've got Warzone 2 being launched. There's a lot of games coming out. You got this fall that's coming out, and they knew that they had to release it before all of those other games, because most people are going to go, okay, you got Overwatch 2, which is just PvP, or play Call of Duty or play God of War, right? So they released it. They generated hype. People are excited. People are enjoying it. As long as they keep updating the game with the one thing that all games need is content, as long as they continue to do that, that game will be successful.
Yeah, that's true.
The other thing I want to say too is, at least if you already had Overwatch 1, it was free. It was like a free an update, upgrade, whatever you want to call it, because Atrax is right. There was only a few new maps, 3 new heroes, and then they had some, minor reworks like Orisa. There was different other reworks and stuff like that. But
at the end of the day, I'm trying to think of the right way to say this. If they just said Overwatch update, nobody would be playing. They got rid of the old game. They produced a new game. I think they updated the engine a little bit. I think content-wise, it's not a whole new game today. But what I meant by SWOTOR celebrating their 10-year anniversary all year, the same thing with Overwatch too. They're releasing their game, and over the course of the next year, there's going to be lots of new content, lots of boxes, lots of skins, lots and lots and lots of stuff.
Yeah.
No more boxes.
Maybe I just won't. Yeah, not loot boxes. Maybe I just won't play for a year and come back, and then it'll be Overwatch 2 for me. I don't know.
I think I feel smooth, and I had a lot of fun playing as well.
Yeah,
it felt really good.
I enjoyed playing it. That's not my complaint. I think it's a good game. I just don't think it earns the 2. I think it should still be called Overwatch. Anyway,
marketing, buddy. Marketing.
Yeah, marketing. I guess that's why
it's all about, in corporate business, it's all about hitting your quarterly marks. They needed some hype for the end of the quarter or the beginning of the quarter. I don't know. It's all about boosting them numbers.
Yeah, true.
This almost makes
Very
me feel
true.
like, honestly, the Halo Infinite approach too, where they released the multiplayer and then they were like, "Oh, story's coming later," and that's exactly kind of what it is. It didn't feel like the full game until that came out, right?
Right. And they're
So
going to charge. So that's the thing is that when when the story comes out, they're going to charge for it. They're going to do seasons. They're going to do all the stuff. I think it's great. I'm not a big Overwatch fan. I'm not a good MOBA player, but I don't like that style of game. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That style of PvP. I'm more of like a first person shooter COD kind of player, like Destiny, where like, yeah, sure, you have a grenade and you might have a couple like special moves, but like Overwatch is like you have to hang out with your tank. It's team based.
Yeah.
It's basically a first person MOBA.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a little mixed. That's for sure.
yeah, because they have roles and different. Yeah,
Right.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Diva's a little different than Reinhardt, whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, all the tanks are different and whatnot. You're right. But Overwatch 2 was kind of an eventful game for me on stream because I did a little bit of research on my stream. I have played 75 different games on stream.
How do you find that out?
On Twitch Tracker, it tells you your different games that you've played. All the total different games. And I scrolled through the list to make sure that they were legit, and each and every one was a different legitimate game that I played on stream. I'll just give you my top 5 based off of hours. They were all relatively close in viewership, but CSGO was number 1 with 169 hours, SWOTOR with 162, Guild Wars 2 with 99, Valorant with 87, and Neo 2 with 84.
All right. Wow. So can I ready for this?
Yeah.
SWOTOR for me for 594 streamed hours. Destiny 2, 364 hours. Podcasting, 9.5 hours. Just chatting, 7.5 hours. World of Warcraft, 5.5 hours. And Call of Duty Warzone, 4.2 hours.
Those are the only games you've streamed. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
It says view more. Hold on. Clicking view more.
It should say how many you have.
Fallen Jedi, 3.5 hours. Final Fantasy 14, 2.5 hours. Lord of the Rings Online, 2 hours. Tom Clancy's The Division, 1.6. Mortal Kombat 2.6. Board Games, 0.1.
Yeah, so it says you've played 12 different games total.
Yeah.
12 total games.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just thought that was kind of a funny and crazy metric that I've played so many different games over the course of my, I don't know, now 2.5 or so years of streaming. So I can easily say that I am a variety streamer, and growth is very difficult as a variety streamer, but it is kind of possible.
Growth
I've
is
made it
hard,
up into the
period.
2%.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I just thought that was kind of an interesting metric, and I didn't realize how many different games either. 75 is a lot. That's a lot of different games.
Would
Yeah,
you say
dude.
that would you say that stemmed more from when you first started though? Because I feel like after a little bit, like when I first met you, right? Like you were more kind of like centralized on like certain games and you kind of like focused on those, and that's kind of what I noticed. Was it more early on in your streaming, or was it
I guess early on would be when I tried a lot of the different ones. But I don't know. I've spent quite a few. I guess a few of them were only like one stream or two streams. But a majority of the ones that I've seen, I guess they have kind of like CSGO has always been one that I've streamed. SWOTOR obviously was a big mainstay for quite a while. Guild Wars 2, Valorant is the one that I think I recognize from like my original schedule when I started 5 days a week. But yeah, I don't know. I guess so. Now that I've streamed less often, I guess I wouldn't have nearly as many different games. I don't know. I hadn't thought about that. I hadn't thought about it that far. Oh man. So Marcus, What's going on with you?
Nothing.
Nothing. All right. Next segment.
No, seriously, I am working like an idiot because I'm leaving. I call it Friday night because it's 2 a.m. on Saturday, but that's Friday night to me. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Like, so tomorrow night I'm going to bed at like 7 or 8 o'clock, which I'm never going to sleep, but I'm leaving at 2 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. My mom is moving to Kansas City, Missouri. My sister lives there. She's moving in with my sister for 7 months a year, and then she'll move back to her campground for 5 months a year. So she asked me to drive her to Kansas City. So my mom is officially moving to Kansas City, Missouri. We're leaving at 2 a.m. and we're driving. It's 22 hours.
Oh,
I'm
Wow.
my stopping point is in Indiana. I'm having dinner with Free Ride and crew. That's the plan. I'm hoping to be there by like 7 o'clock at night on Saturday. Have dinner, spend the night in a hotel, and then it's like 7 hours to my sister's house. And then that'll be Sunday. Hopefully I'm there around noon, like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, chill. I'm there all day Monday, and then I leave Tuesday morning to come home.
Wow.
and you
Yeah.
won't be home till like Thursday, right?
No,
Or
I'm
Wednesday
coming home.
night?
No, I'm flying back.
Oh, you're flying back. Okay, I see what
Yeah,
you
so
mean.
I'm flying back. My kids and my wife are going to pick me up. It's going to be awesome. The airport. They'll be hopefully happy to see me. And then Tuesday night I'll be streaming in preparation. Dude, I have to. Subaween's coming, buddy.
crazy, dude.
Subaween. If you haven't seen the trailer, go check it out on YouTube.
So Atrax made probably his best content ever. And everybody has seen this, said this was his best work. And I ask everybody, like, what was the point? The way he dropped the beat, and I was like Buzz Lightyear with my hand out and go like bobbing my head. That was so well timed, and it was such a perfect segment. Like when people see that, everybody that has seen it said that was the moment they were like, "Yeah, let's go." So that's when you know it's good. So the Subaween is next Saturday, which is the 29th. I'm starting early, 6 p.m. Eastern. You guys know I usually start at 8:30 p.m., but I'm starting a couple hours early. We have some ridiculous goals, like ridiculous sub goals, ridiculous bit goals, and the whole stream or some of it, I'm going to be doing a dungeon solo, which, as all of you guys know, I'm terrible at the game. So the likelihood that I win, period, is going to be bad. But here's the next thing. With these incentives, there's things that you can do that's going to get me to die. And so somebody said that if they're going to wait, one person said that they're going to wait all night and see if I'm about to beat the boss. And if I'm about to beat the boss, they're going to do the whatever the sub goal is to get me to have to restart the dungeon. And I was like, dude, if you did that, I would cry. They're like, no, it would be hilarious. And you'll have to do it all over again. But again, do I know if I'm going to be doing that dungeon all night? No. I'll do it until I'm either really pissed off or just tired of losing, because I don't lose well. I cry like a little baby back bitch. And but anyway, so there's going to be fun things like different goals. I'll do the truffle shuffle, play with the controller. I'm going to do like everybody wants me to do the chubby bunny, where you stuff marshmallows in your face and say chubby bunny, chubby bunny, chubby bunny. So I'm going to do that. The scariest game I've ever played is called Dead Space. That is a goal. That game fucking terrifies me. What are you pointing at?
No, Dead Space 1 is just terrifying, dude.
Yep.
It took me a year to beat it. So there's 12 chapters in the game, and it literally, I could only play it once a month. It took me a year to beat it because I was scared shitless. And the new game that's coming out, so there's a new Dead Space coming. They remade it. There's no more loading times. and you can explore any part of the ship at any point.
Whoa.
Nice.
And
so you
one
can
more
go
change.
back and get your stuff.
Well, here's the thing. So it used to be in the old game, like let's say you went through and you went into this room and to get some ammo and whatever, and you killed a necromorph. Let's say you want to go back because you know where that's at. You go back in their room, the game's AI engine could throw 3 necromorphs in there this time. Like the game is going to change as you play it.
Oh, wow.
To make it scarier.
To make it scarier, right?
I love it. I
the
can't wait to
fucking-
play.
You know what got me in that game? I'm being honest. And I've talked about it, I think, before on the show. Is when you're in 0G and all you hear is
Yep.
and all of a sudden, like your like back is like doing this, and you turn around and there's 3 fucking necromorphs floating in 0G, just hacking you to pieces, dude. Scariest shit ever.
Yeah, and that's how it would be too. That's what makes it like so scary because you know that there's no sound. The
Dude,
sound
the
doesn't
sound
travel
is
like that.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That game's nuts. It's been a long time since I played that. That's nuts.
Yeah. The other thing is to the Subaween, it's just something I really wanted to do. I set 2 ridiculous goals. Like out of this world, there's a lot of things that's not going to happen, but 2 ridiculous goals. One, if I hit 750 subs, I'm going to delete my Titan, and that will break my heart. Like Gonzo, create a new one.
And chat gets to pick what the new one looks like too.
Right. And that means I have to do all of the story on that Titan again to get it to current day. Like, that's a big deal. The last thing is I never, ever, ever want to play a hunter, like ever. It's terrible. And if I reach the maximum goal of 1,000 subs, which it'll never happen, but if it does, I will play this hunter for an entire season. And that's the season right before Lightfall. So I won't see my Titan for 2 seasons. And it's going to break my heart forever and ever.
And when you finally get it back, it won't be your Titan, it'll be the new Titan, and you have to do all your stuff over again.
That's right. So I'm going to have to start over with it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah. Rip, that guy is right. So the last thing is I don't know what day it was, Saturday or Sunday, I can't remember. I dressed up as Buzz Lightyear to just break out the costume it came in. I was like, fuck it, why not? I didn't tell anybody. And well, I told a couple of my friends. Like I told Kymeri, I told Atrax, Nick, dude.
I got a freaking picture. His contact photo on my phone is him in front of the mirror in the Buzz Lightyear. So every time he calls, it's a full screen of like Buzz Light. Every time it cracks me up.
So I put it on. It was really fun to wear. It's comfortable. I have 3 costumes for the Subaween: Mario, Robert Incredible, and Buzz Lightyear. So I will be wearing those. It's Halloween themed. If it comes in, I have a top secret outfit that nobody knows. Nobody knows what it is. Because it's going to be that ridiculous. I hope it doesn't breach terms of service, but if it does, it'll be worth it.
All right.
Anyway, moving on. I got to do Deepstone Crypt on Sunday night, and none other than Atrax came along. Like, I haven't seen Atrax in Destiny in so long.
And I didn't know that was the raid we were doing.
Right.
I thought it was a different one.
Rip that guy.
Well, no, but at least he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, true.
Because he did it enough, you know what I mean? So it's not like he was a rookie doing it. He's a pro at that. So
pull out that freaking sword again.
Yeah, but it was so much fun. It was really fun to do that raid with friends and everything. But my final point is, I didn't make fun of Nick yet. I will in a second.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, no, I have to. So in my trip to Kansas City, I'm torn. So like Atrax was saying about the Switch, I usually play the Switch or bring the Switch. I'm torn on what to play. So I've been thinking about starting a new Breath of the Wild account and just starting over because like I don't remember what I was doing and anything like that. It's been like a year or more since I played it. So for me, it's like picking it up. I'm just going to die because I'm not like fluent in all the controls. Option B would be to play Pokemon Sword and get ready for my big change where I'm not going to be a Destiny streamer anymore. I'm going to be a Pokemon streamer. Just so I can say I love Pokeballs. And
my god.
But seriously, I don't know that or get that Arceus game and just start playing that. And that's like a good, like, it's like I look at Pokemon games as like, it's an easy laid back experience to play the game. Cause like you're just running around and you throw a couple Pokeballs and you're done. Right. It's not intense. I mean, obviously if you're doing the harder stuff or driving around a bicycle for 17 hours, trying to get a shiny badge and, you can't get it. You know what I mean?
Shiny pile of sand. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was called the Vag. Or no.
What? Sandy Gast, Marcus. Sandy Gast.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Not even close. There.
I tried. I don't fucking know. But anyway, so
A for effort.
Yeah, thank you. I'm looking for something to play because really, truly, I don't want to bring my laptop because if I do, I'm going to log into Destiny and I am going to play it. And I'm just like,
could play Cat Quest.
No. So,
the look
so I need to figure that out. I think Kymeri talked me into Legends of Arceus or whatever it is because it's a new game. It's open world. Like there's going to be no strings attached. I'm not going to be like feel like I'm obligated to play it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I just think it would be fun to do. I don't know. You know what Genshin Impact is?
Yeah. Yep.
Is that on the Switch?
I don't know.
Oh, wait, but that's an online game. You have to be online to play that game, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I need an offline game. But, you know, when we went to Disney the last time, flying back, so my wife and kids were sitting behind me and I got to sit next to a guy. I don't know what it is about like the nerd energy, but like I wasn't even playing any video games. I was just sitting in my chair listening to a podcast, got the headphones on, and this dude is playing Legend of Zelda Arceus, not Legend Pokemon. And I didn't say anything. I just looked over at the Switch and I looked away. He paused it and he started talking to me, dude. Have you ever played this game? No. Oh my God, this is the greatest game ever. And he started talking to me like 30 minutes, dude. I was sitting next to this dude. He was telling me about the game. And
it was just me. It was just me in disguise.
And I'm just like, oh, dude, come on, man. Come on, bro. Hey, it's fine. But at the same time, like random guy, you know what I mean? Just telling me about the game. And then the question happened. Do you play video games? And I was like, nope, don't like them. He goes, really? I was like, yeah, I've never played a video game in my life. He goes, what? You've never played anything? I said, no. He goes, you never played Nintendo? And I said to him, what's Nintendo? And he looked at me and I just started laughing. And then I told him, of course I do. It was actually really hilarious. But I think that sarcasm, he got it that I didn't want to be talked to. So that ended the conversation and then I passed out. It was great. I'm such a jerk sometimes.
No, you just troll like you say you don't, but you do.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You trolled the dude. Wait. IRL, you trolled him.
Wait.
You were literally like, I don't play video games yet. You have a podcast, you stream, you hang out with streamers. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm not saying what it is. Tsunami Safari came up with the greatest TTS troll ever. Yep. Like you think KY and ha 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 or balls is bad. Wait until you hear what he came up with. I can't wait for Saturday night. I'm going to be driving, and when I pull over on a rest stop, I'm going to make sure I have like 5,000 bits so I can do it over and over because that's how good it is.
Oh gosh, what the heck?
You better tell me so I can be there.
Oh yeah. No, I will, because it's going to be out of control, because it has to be the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard. Anyways, so trolling is what I love to do. Last thing, everybody, is so I use my studio headphones. In this, I'm going to call it the stupid Go XLR, which I love the Go XLR. But what sucks is you cannot use Bluetooth headphones on it. So you have to be wired. So I need suggestions on what headphones to buy, because I really want good surround sound headphones. And because these ones, they sound crisp, but they're not surround sound. So it's just like I'm in the studio. It's like two speakers. Where my old Logitech G935 Spectrums, they were like 7.1. Dude, those shits were legit.
Yeah.
But I don't have those anymore. Like, I haven't been using them because they were wireless.
Right.
I need to get new headphones. I'm not a Corsair guy. I don't think they're comfortable. Nothing against the Corsair stuff, because the Corsair stuff's quality stuff. I really like Logitech. But honestly, like, I wish, like, I'm looking for a good, like, these Audio Technicas that are used are a high-end headphone, and they're dope. I'm trying to find a good quality headphone. Like, I tried the Razer Nari Ultimates.
I mean, Atrax is basically wearing space buns right now, so
Yeah. Yep.
That's
What's
why
up,
I call
Princess
them
Leia?
Yeah. Anyways,
Yep. Razer Leia.
what?
Razer Leia. They're Razer headphones. Razer Leia.
So do you play Destiny 2? Do you want to get into Destiny 2? Well, if you do, Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern, we do our community clan night. We get together, we do fun stuff, whether it's pinnacles or anything. If you're a new player, I'm happy to do your new light campaign with you, to walk you through all of the stuff. Because honestly, for me, it's always better to play games with friends. So Tuesday nights, Destiny 2, AIE, let's go clan night. And if all this sounds fun to you, go to aie-guild.org. Get the Discord information on the top right-hand corner of the screen. Whether or not you play Destiny 2, Star Wars: The Old Republic, Guild Wars 2, World of Warcraft, Pokemon, Counter-Strike, Final Fantasy 14, Diablo Immortal, whatever game you play, I guarantee somebody in the guild is playing it. And we would love to have you. So normally we would take a break here because Nick has the bladder the size of a pea, and I refuse to do that because Nick right now is drinking his face off at a bachelor party. Like, he is a raging Cajun right now. So I talked with Atrax. We came up with some gaming news that we wanted to talk about. So some things happened this week. Pretty cool stuff that are going on, and I want to chat about it with you guys. If you guys have anything else you want to add, please add to it. So Gotham City Knights released this week, right? And that's a game that I've been interested in playing because it has like that Arkham, like the Batman Arkham style, like graphics and combat style. And it like was dark and gritty. And I was actually excited to play this game. And then I saw that it was locked on consoles at 30 frames a second, which I don't play on a console, but that was a first turn off because I'm like, fuck, this game isn't optimized. Second thing is, then today I saw that IGN gave it a 5 out of 10. Now, granted, IGN you can't really trust. But at the same time, what do you guys think?
Well, did they give the PC version a 5 out of 10 or the console version?
Okay. It was the IGN reviewed it on Xbox.
Wait, okay. That makes a total difference there because on PC it's a totally different game.
Underneath reviewed on Xbox or whatever.
Yeah, I'm on Metacritic and they gave it a 69.
Nice.
And they did this one on PlayStation 5.
See, if they don't do console, if we get a PC review, I guarantee you they'll probably be better. I think the game is just going to be way better on PC from what I was hearing. Of course, like 30 frames, like that's pretty rough on console. Like, especially the new gen consoles. That's a PS5. That's 30 frames. That probably looks like dog. Like,
So
that probably doesn't
Gotham
look
Knights
good.
review on PC Gamer.
Yeah, that's what
49.
I'm looking at too. 49
Whoa, wow,
with a 3080 Ti i9,
That's
unfortunate.
which
32 gigs of RAM.
yeah,
Oh, they have the 12,900K i9.
yeah.
Wow, that computer's a beast mode. Wow, that sucks.
That's horrible.
But I'm looking at like they have like gameplay and I'm watching the fighting. It looks good. But it doesn't look like what I thought it was gonna be. It doesn't look polished.
Right.
I haven't seen any gameplay yet, honestly.
I watched a little bit. I watched IGN's review and I just like hopped into a couple of random streams just to see what it looked like. And it looked okay, but I don't know if I paid $60 if I would be content with it.
I think it's 50.
Is it 50? Okay. I guess that's a little bit more arguable. But yeah, I don't know. To me, and maybe it's just because I wasn't as interested in it because you fight Harley Quinn instead of getting to be Harley Quinn. But no, I'm just kidding.
No,
But
you're not.
well,
You're not
I did
kidding.
I liked all the Arkham games. I thought the Arkham games were great. I did enjoy them.
Says the Harley Quinn main in multiverses. But
Right.
let's just
Well, absolutely, she's my favorite. But still, like I did relatively enjoy the Arkham games.
Speaking of Harley Quinn, what is your favorite Harley Quinn era?
That's a good question. I don't know. It's probably a tie between like the old cartoons. And
Which
then
one, though?
I think it was Batman Beyond.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
That was the best Harley Quinn, in my opinion.
Yeah. And then I have like a comic book that was, I don't know if it's canon or not, but it was done recently by, I don't know, some fan or whatever. And that was actually a pretty good Harley Quinn thing too. So yeah,
Sure.
those two. 100%.
So I want everybody to listen. So the first person that DMs me on Discord, Kymeri loves pineapple, will win a pineapple hat.
Why you like this?
There you go.
It's amazing. Like I've been waiting for this day for weeks. Like Nick had your back. He's like, dude, we can't do that to Kymeri. We can't just troll him the whole time. I was like, Nick, you ain't here, bro. This is Troll Town.
Nick,
you see what you're not here to stop, Nick? I'm going to let it happen.
Yeah. But anyways, first person to DM me on Discord, Kymeri loves pineapple, will win a pineapple hat. And if you want to know what the pineapple hat is, go to the Marcus B814 merch store and check that shit out.
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, so there was an update in Star Wars: The Old Republic this week, which came out, then they reverted back, and then it got released today. Do you want to talk about that, guy?
Sure. Yeah, Galactic Season 3 was supposed to come out on...
I can't hear you. Can you...
Wait, you can't hear me?
Oh, now I can.
Oh, well, Galactic
You're
Season 3...
from your mic.
Galactic Seasons 3 was supposed to come out on, Tuesday? It was supposed to be Tuesday. They started deploying it, and then they were like, we need more downtime, and then they just, pulled it, and were like, everything else is staying, so the class balance changes and everything else that was in the patch notes. And then Galactic Season 3 came out today. They fixed whatever was the issue, and it came out, which is pretty sweet. I mean, 2 days. It kind of stinks. People were definitely a little bummed about it on Tuesday, but it is what it is, and they fixed the problem. So I barely looked into it. I know you get like a companion and stuff. I have not really dove into it just because, like, honestly, Galactic Seasons is something that I do without even doing it, right? Like, I don't necessarily look at it and think, oh, I got to do this, got to do that. I just do whatever I want to do, and if I get stuff, I get stuff. If I don't, I don't. Not
Yeah.
too like gung ho on it.
What's hard for me with a season pass is I need
Yep.
to be like driven to do it. And I think the hard part is sure you're giving Galactic Seasons 3, but there's no new content to go with it. So it's not like they gave us a new PvP match and said, hey, if you play this PvP match 10 times, you gain a level in rank in season pass, or you know what I mean? Or try this new flashpoint. There's nothing new. So it's basically, sure, you're going to unlock rewards, but you're only unlocking those rewards by doing the recycled content.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep. They also announced that, like, I think the Feast of Prosperity event is coming back in November, I think, or something like that. I think it was a little. I don't remember if that was the same month they had it last year. I could have sworn it was October.
So what happened is they Feast of Prosperity is their Thanksgiving event, which that event is pretty dope. Like, I actually like it. Like, you go to the kitchen, you move some food, you like serve people. Like, I like that you deal with like the Huts who are like going back and forth.
Your
like, I
from
like
Dex's Diner, baby.
Yeah, exactly. I like all that. But then when the 10th year anniversary came out, they were delayed. So they just recycled the Feast of Prosperity and they did it again just to keep.
I think there's some new rewards though, if I'm not mistaken, for that event, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't have that full on coverage.
Yeah, I have to ask because like I just am kind of curious when. So we're in October, the end of October. They said that there's going to be a new update. Like, I know I'm waiting for the next update to come out with like story. Like, I don't know if it's going to be story or Flashpoint or like what it's going to be, but I'm really eager to see how they finish off the year because I'm eager to get back in the game and check that out. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Anyway, on a comedy note, so Atrax sent Nick and I this link. Okay. Close your eyes, everybody, for a second. Just roll with me. Close your eyes and think of like a medieval sword fight war. There's like 30 dudes all wearing full metal armor and they're bashing each other with real fucking swords.
We're going LARPing, boys.
No, this ain't no fucking LARPing. This is like
legit.
Real.
Like
Yeah.
halberds and
wild.
long swords and shields.
Dude, he sent us this link, so I started watching it, and I'm like, oh, they're just like the first couple of hits, people were tapping. Then this dude came out of nowhere with a haymaker, full sword, full swing, boom, and you see it hit the guy's metal head, and his head looked like a bobblehead. I'm like, oh my God, these guys are going to get really fucked up. Then a dude comes and fucking hits the guy across the face like he's swinging a bat. And I was like, dude, I couldn't stop watching it. The video ended after like 5 minutes. Dude, I Googled more. And I sat there and watched it. And I'm like, dude, somebody's got to be bleeding.
Oh, yeah.
I was waiting for somebody to come out with a malice or a, what is the ball in the chain with the spikes?
A mace? No, it's not a mace.
I don't know. Maul? No, it's not a maul. I don't know what it's
flail.
Flail. I was waiting for somebody to go.
Oh, that would be horrifying.
Yeah. Anyway,
they interviewed some of the guys. There were some big dudes in there too.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Dude, they're like, oh yeah, this is the best rush ever. I'm like, dude, they're fucking playing for keeps right now.
It was absolute, and the random things that YouTube suggests to you. It was just like I forget what the title was. It was like medieval real sword fighting. I don't know what it said, like mature something or other, like, not for the faint of heart or whatever. I was like, well, I mean, that's a pretty good title. All right, I'll see. how bad could it be if it's on YouTube? Like, it's just, it looked like a LARPing session, like legit. There was like the two colors. It was like red and blue, and they're all in, like Marcus said, they're all in this medieval armor, and they've got swords and halberds and all sorts of stuff. And then the video just starts, and they're like, "Ready, fight, begin!" And they just all go running at each other. Oh yeah,
Dude, they're
that's
fucking
awesome.
each other up.
Yeah,
That's
Anyway.
crazy.
good times, good times. I also, in my discoveries, not just on YouTube, I opened up Steam the other day and noticed that Sims 4 is now free to play. So you can play The Sims 4 completely for free. I haven't downloaded it yet. I actually am going to, because I used to play The Sims quite a little bit when I was, I don't know, 10, 9, 8, somewhere in there, on the GameCube. GameCube versions were a lot of fun. So I might give it a go now that it's free to play. On Steam too, if you go to the Sims 4 page, there's like a little, I don't know, they call it personality test or whatever. Like, what sim would you be? The questions and the answers are completely ridiculous. And then at the end, you get a free little like Steam sticker that you can send people in Steam chat. So go check out the Steam page if you want. But I thought that was actually kind of cool. And I think Sims is a great game to go free to play, actually. I think
Is that
that's
just
a
for
great
Sims
move.
4? Are they gonna make like? Is there a Sims 5 coming or?
I'm not sure. I think they did say that the next Sims game is coming, but it's quite a few years away.
Yeah.
I
But
would imagine it is.
yeah,
I might actually download it, because if I'm going to play a Sims game, like I'm going to create the life of Kymeri and just make my character look like him and just act like him all the time. Everything I do would be like, what would Kymeri do? I'm so glad we're recording the video for that move.
your fridge is going to be full of pineapple.
No, what
You're
you
gonna live in
really
a
should check
pineapple
out is
house.
Disney Dreamlight Valley.
What is
It's basically
that?
like Sims and Animal Crossing had a baby,
Ooh,
and you're with Disney characters.
is that on PC or?
Yeah, PC. Check it out. I bought it for Rooney, and she's like obsessed, absolutely obsessed with
Oh,
it.
right here, Dreamlight Valley.
It's literally Sims and Animal Crossing. Dude, it's so cool, man. Seeing all the Disney characters and stuff in there is super, super cool. Very customizable. Your characters are, and it's just an alpha right now, but you get all your progress from, when you're playing now until the game comes out like
Wait,
next year.
It's not even, it's an alpha. Oh,
Live
Yeah, it's an
magically
early access
alongside your
game.
Disney and Pixar.
Oh, Disney's going to get us DMCA'd for that. Dang it, Marcus. Way to go.
no, that's fine.
That's fine. It's all fine here. How
Oh,
are
wait,
you?
so what's the premise of the game?
Kind of like Sims, kind of like Animal Crossing. You build a house, you help the characters in the game, like the Disney characters, and you build a house,
Oh, I see it. You control it.
Yeah.
This castle.
Dude, it's super cool, man.
This
Like
this game does look pretty dope.
yeah, it's definitely not polished.
it's definitely has some issues, like the cloud saving. Like it's like actually just stopped working for a second, and we're just like, what is happening? Been watching Rooney play it. They are gonna add right now. There's no multiplayer, but they are gonna add in like where you can go visit people, like in Animal Crossing and stuff. I think that's gonna be super cool. I'm gonna have to buy the game,
That's
just
what's up.
saying, because like I love it too, and
Well, who doesn't love Disney?
I mean, right? Like, dude, I just
Think about the expansions they can come out with. The Galaxy's Edge expansion, you can like build, like,
bro,
you know what
I
I'm
will
saying? Like, think
scream.
about
Yeah.
think about what they can do, and it's just, and it's smart of them to do that, because everybody wants to live their Disney dream, right? So
Yep.
everybody wants to live that dream in their own way. Why not create a game where you can be in that dream?
Yeah, you can even charge Disney prices for all the in-game items.
Well, they will, obviously.
Yeah.
Very true.
I don't know. Anyways, have you guys ever played Resident Evil games?
Yes.
All of them up to date?
No, I mean the last game I played, I was playing in VR. I was playing Resident Evil 7 in VR, and dude, that was like one of the scariest experiences ever, dude. Like,
Oh yeah.
like right in the beginning, dude, that dude's like coming out of the oven or something, and I'm like, get me out of here, bro. I have to aim
Yep.
with my head, and I'm not used to it. I'm like, what is happening? I was like missing shots because I'm like panicking. I'm like, oh, and like I can't even shoot because it's not actually a controller. So that was fun. Very fun time for me.
I've played Resident Evil 4 was my very first like rated M game that I ever got to play. So for me, the Resident Evil series just in general. And then 5, my neighbors had 5. And so then I'd always go over to their house and play co-op with them. 4 and 5 were definitely the most, but I've played pretty much all of them.
I will never forget. I talked about this a long time ago. I'll never forget when Resident Evil first came out for the PlayStation 1 and the controls were terrible. But when you walked through that mansion down that hallway and those dogs walked in for the first time, I legit threw the controller and walked out of the room. Like, it scared me so much.
They just come busting through the window.
That's back when there was no analog sticks either. You were playing on the dang D-pad on the PS1.
I'm going to tell you what.
Static camera.
Yeah, like I like the D-pad. Sometimes, like when I play like Mortal Kombat, I prefer the D-pad.
Yeah.
You know, I love the D-pad.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
He loves the directional pad.
Yeah. Then I saw that they're making a new Silent Hill remake, which
yes,
I never played the originals because I'm a pussy and I get scared about everything. Just being honest. Yeah, I'm serious. I don't do well with scary shit, dude.
Dude, I'm gonna bring you to Fright Fest. Games. I'm gonna bring you to Fright Fest, dude.
What's Fright Fest?
It's at Six Flags. We're gonna go and dude, we're gonna ride roller coasters at night if you can handle it. And then we're just
that sounds awesome,
dude. The people will just scare you in the middle, like around like the park and stuff. Dude, it's pretty sweet. It's been a long time, but
yeah, people just like hide in the bushes in costumes and stuff.
I know it's around my way, dude. Put your money where your mouth is. I will 100% do that. And you know what? I might even live stream it.
Oh, do it.
IRL so cool. Fright Fest. See Marcus scared shitless.
I think we'd have to go for next year because I think it's till like the 31st, I think.
Oh yeah, it's over now. It's ripped that guy. Yeah. I can't because next week yeah,
they're gone too. And they're driving to Missouri.
So yeah, I did play some of the Silent Hill games. I watched the movie too. They made a Silent Hill movie, and that movie had one of the scariest creatures I have ever seen, like ever. It was basically a mannequin monster, and it would like capture people and turn them into mannequins, and then grab their parts and use those mannequin parts as like extensions of itself, like Godric the Grafted from Elden Ring, except it was a mannequin monster. Let's see if I can find the picture of this thing.
Dude, I don't think I think I played the Silent Hill games sometimes. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a lot of experience with it, but I did see that they're coming out with some stuff.
I don't know, like I know the game is scary as shit. I know that the game is scary as shit, but like I never was into it. The creepiest game I played. Do you guys ever play a game called Alan Wake?
Alan Wake.
Yes, I love that game.
Yeah, do you hear I heard they're making another one.
Really? I believe if you bought an Xbox, or I believe it was like an Xbox 360 back in the day, you got a free copy of Alan Wake.
I'm not sure.
It's been a long time, man.
I can't remember if it was Alan Wake or if it was the Alan Wake American Nightmare. Oh, because they did make another one, and I think that one came.
They just remastered
it.
Alan Wake Remastered is now available for the Nintendo Switch. See you, Marcus. Have fun. That's what you're planning on your trip. Goodbye.
Oh yeah. Can you imagine him in the car playing Alan Wake? Ah!
Dude, that is the creepiest picture you've ever sent me.
Dude, isn't that the creepiest monster ever?
Yeah.
And it would like move like in the scene, it like moved. It had all these different limbs. It would like move its head.
Yeah, that's terrifying, bro.
Yeah, it's sketchy.
That's nightmare fuel.
Yep.
That is.
So I'm excited for those. That's for
all
sure.
right. So in the notes it says Pokemon shows, but I don't know anything about Pokemon shows.
Yeah, there's just like, I mean, the Pokemon anime, I guess, is something interesting because they've had the same character for 20 years and he hasn't aged. So that's kind of interesting. They're thinking that this last arc is his last adventure, like his last, and then they have a replacement. I believe it's the person that he's running with right now.
The
So
girl?
no, it's Ash and Go. His name is Go, Goh. And I haven't seen any of it yet because I was kind of waiting for, I don't know why. I haven't seen any of it yet, but I've heard it's pretty solid. But people think that maybe his last little run, Ash's last run, and it's crazy because he's like 20 years. It's been 20 years. He hasn't even paid taxes. He's 10 years old still. Like what is he doing? So I don't know. That's really all I got for shows. Like, I mean, I haven't watched the new anime yet, but
have you been watching Andor?
yes, Andor's so good.
Dude, it's
this
like
week
this
was
last
amazing.
Okay. I don't care what anybody says, but I am in love with this ISB agent. She is so hot, dude. Like, I just am infatuated with her. The way she holds her, I don't know. Like,
yeah.
Like,
I think it's cool. I think it's cool seeing the Empire like that, like this. They're. Oh, I don't want to do spoilers, but like you
Why
get to
not?
see.
No, go ahead.
Spoilers.
Right.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
You get to see the inside workings of the ISB and like how they're like trying to backstab each other. Like that dude's trying to backstab her, and then like it just, you know what I mean? Like he was trying to just sabotage her whole shtick there, and you know what? Like it didn't work out for him, but at the end of it's cool to see that, like how it actually almost correlates to a real job. No, I'm just saying, because people do that in the real world. They're just like, I'll do whatever it takes to get ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like that's just
Kymeri gets a promotion.
That is not it. That is not how that works. But I'm just saying, like, there is some, there is some times where there people backstab each other. That's more what I mean. Like people will like go behind someone and be like, no, they're doing this X thing or whatever, and and that's kind of what it's exactly what happened. And the show is getting so hype. Like I love it. It's so good.
Something for me that I love is that you didn't see a stormtrooper until this episode. You didn't see one stormtrooper.
True.
Like, and that's what I'm saying. This is probably the single best Star Wars content I've ever seen other than the original trilogy. It shows how big the galaxy is, and you don't need stormtroopers everywhere to be Star Wars. You know what I mean? The Mandalorian was good in its own way, but like this is just gritty dog, like it's a dog eat dog world, and the rebels are wearing milk bone underwear. You know what I mean?
Well, it's to make it's almost to make it like correlate that Star Wars is like they're portraying like real life scenarios in Star Wars, right? Like making it more of a realistic approach to the universe, which is super cool. Like people, dude, like literally in that episode, that little I don't know what to call them, the clan, the people that were doing the celebration on that planet. I forgot where they were, what the planet was called, but like they're in. The Empire literally is like, we don't care. We're gonna like do something about it. We're gonna tighten our grip. And like, dude, those people might die because they don't even know they did anything wrong because they didn't. They were just there and they were causing a distraction. And it's just, dude, it's like a real thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's crazy to me.
And I think all like the plot twists and stuff, and it's suspenseful as fuck.
Yeah,
like,
true.
You know what I mean? I don't know. It's so good.
I love it.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm having so much fun with the episodes. And I'm also loving, what I'm really loving is we're seeing the formation of the rebellion, right? Like we've seen it in other forms like Rebels and like sort of, Rogue One is kind of like that pinnacle of like the rebellion, but like we're seeing it like hatch now with Mon Mothma, and I love that. I honestly think it's super cool. She said a really amazing quote yesterday too. If you stare at the stone in my hand, it's something about like you stare at the stone in my hand, but you don't see the knife at your throat. Like I think that was like an insane quote, and I was like, bro, like that was just insane.
I'm calling it. I think her husband is going to be the one that rats her out.
Well, he's got to find out because he doesn't know particularly, but yeah.
No, I think he's going to be the one that like pulls the curtain off.
That's why we never see him. He dies.
Right back up.
She also has a daughter, which like none of us ever knew that. Like I had no idea, you know. Like that's pretty crazy. Like what happens to them between now and when we see her next? You know what I'm saying? So
I wonder if we're going to see the Emperor in this show.
he was name dropped, dude. I was like
A
getting
lot,
chills,
yeah.
dude. I was
Yeah.
getting chills yesterday, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would imagine we're going to see him once. Like, I think it's going to be in like the Senate.
That's what I thought yesterday.
Yeah. Like, I think it's going to be something big. I think it's going to be when Mon Mothma happens. And I don't know. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, it's easily one of my favorite Star Wars shows that they've produced already, and I think it's not even close. Like Mando is great too, and it just beat everything else that came out this year easily.
Yep.
It beat Boba. It like everything else was just, dude. I don't know, man. Like I really like these backstory type of things, and we're seeing like little caveats to the other movies and the other things. Like we saw Starkiller's armor, quote unquote, like the helmet. And like we saw like Plo Koon's respirator and like the Gungan shield. And I think that stuff is really cool to see in that treasure shop. I think that's kind of neat to see different things. And they're doing a smash job with it. And I love Diego Luna, which is Cassian's, Cassian.
Yeah.
He's a great actor. And I think even the older gentleman there, I don't know exactly. I can't think of his name right now. But I love his acting. I said it yesterday in the watch party. I was like, I love his acting. I think he's just like sells it every time.
Yeah.
It's super gripping, and like you said, I'm on the edge of my seat the entire time, and it's been great, and I can't wait. And we're getting another season of it that's going to be closer to Rogue One, which is hella exciting.
When do you think we get our next real video game Star Wars game announcement that is actually going to come out?
I have no idea. It's supposed to be, I'll be honest, it's supposed to be Star Wars Hunters because that was supposed to be out this year, and then they're like, we're pushing it to next year. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's just a really bummer for like being a Star Wars content creator was like the dream I had when I first started streaming, but realizing that it's not really a feasible pathway and you have to kind of divert into like YouTube content, it makes it really hard, in my opinion, as a streamer. And I think a lot of people are noticing that right now. And I mean, SWTOR is the only game that's still around, and even that is having its own stuff going on. So at the end of the day, like Battlefront's dead. And the Lego has some replayability, and people are still playing Fallen Order. Oh, that game's coming out, I think, next year too. The sequel. So
Survivor.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like the real, like I'm waiting. See, I'm excited for the Fallen Order 2. Like I'm excited for the Jedi. That I'm excited for that single player story, right? But what I'm really we need a live service Star Wars game, and I think it's going to be the Ubisoft game, but we don't know much about it.
Well, what do you consider live? Hunters is going to be like live service. It's like a mobile game on Switch.
It's a mobile
and
game. I don't know. I'm talking about a legit PC or console game that's going to be. It's
Switch is a console,
AAA title,
right? Like the people who are making the Division are making a Star Wars game. I think it's going to be a Division style Star Wars game, and you're going to be a bounty hunter.
That'd be awesome.
But I think even that though, that has like that's very narrow. I feel like you need to have like the expanded world when you make a game like that. I don't know. Like I think having a niche game like a bounty hunter game is like limiting your options.
Well, maybe you can be a Jedi too. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah. It's really hard. I think the Star Wars universe is so like there's so much that I don't think with one game you're going to satisfy everyone, and I think that's the big issue is like people go into it and they're like, "Oh, I'm going to love this X game or whatever." And then they're just like, "It wasn't really for me." Like, like Lego was cool when it came out, right? Like I liked it and I liked replaying the stories, but we all knew what was happening. Like it wasn't anything new, right? Like if the controls were new, that they had different characters, which was super cool, and different cool little tidbits in the game, but it was the same story we all knew already, So yeah, it's hard, man. As a Star Wars games, and I want to play a Star Wars game, too, like on stream. Like I love, I still play SWTOR, but I want to see those games. I want to, like, I've talked to people today. I was talking to Boba, and Boba and I were talking like about where the hell our Star Wars games are, and like how hard it is to being a Star Wars content creator, like that's a streamer focused. You have to really dive into the YouTube content, honestly, because that's the only way.
Yeah, I think that
because the games aren't also treated right either. Let's be honest. Like,
well,
when they dropped Battlefront 2 during the pandemic, when we had Mando coming out, we had all this other stuff happening. Like, dude, it was the most mind-boggling decision I've ever seen from EA.
Well, I think it's because EA had a contract with DICE that they end support on this day because DICE's baby was Battlefield. And
no, not Anthem. That was
that was BioWare.
BioWare, yeah, that's that one.
BioWare. Fuck. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, no, and it just sucks. It sucks, honestly. Like, because I would love to see amazing more Star Wars games. Like, that's something I really look forward to is the new games. Like, Eclipse looked cool. I want to see these games.
But that game is canceled indefinitely.
And the KOTOR remaster or remake or whatever it was messed up in the books too. Like, dude, that's so depressing to hear as a fan. And that's the point. It's like the video games are not taken care of. They're treated like absolute dog shit. And and I'll be honest, like I'm being fully transparent right now, and I'm getting heated because like it's true. Like they like the only game we have is SWTOR, dude. That's it. That's the only game. If you ask me what Star Wars games are like there to play, like active, it's either you play Battlefront 2 or SWTOR, and then the rest are just single player games, and that's it. There's not really a multiplayer game that's like new and fresh for people to play. And that's, with all these new games coming out and the new hype and the new engines and all this stuff, graphics cards, the 4090s out, you know what I mean? Like, you got to give us something, man. You got to give us something new and something beautiful.
I think a big part is the roadblocks that Disney gives, right?
It's got to be.
Yeah. So I think that Star Wars Eclipse looked legit, but I think when they got down into it, I think Quantic Dream was talking to them and they were like, nope, you can't do that. 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 And they were finally, I think Quantic Dream was like, all right, fuck this. Like, there's way too many fucking hurdles to make a game. You know what I mean? Like I can't say what happens with SWTOR. I have no idea. But think about when they went to Dantooine. Like, imagine the hurdles that they have to jump through with Lucasfilm and Disney to get approval just to go to Dantooine and do some daily shit. Yep. Like, oh yeah, you can't do that on Dantooine. That wouldn't have happened. You know what I mean? I feel like unless Disney makes a Star Wars game or Lucasfilm or LucasArts makes an actual Star Wars game, I think everything else is going to suffer the same fate as Battlefront 2. And look at SWTOR.
Yeah.
It's just a real shame for one of the biggest IPs in the world. Like,
you would think that they wouldn't notice the gold mine that's there and at least put forth some like Disney is more or less, they target kids, right? Like they target the younger generation. And now they kind of target older generations too, because Disney is just that big of a company, right? Now they're trying to target broader audiences. But still, their primary goal is to target children and make things that are kid friendly. And like, you would think that they would make some sort of Star Wars game somehow that caters at least to that. Like imagine if we got a Star Wars game that was like we were talking about earlier, the Disney game that you mentioned. We got a
Disney
Star Wars
Dreamlight.
game. Yeah, we got a Star Wars game that was like that. Adults and kids would play it.
Dude, I play it. Like
people, people would love it. You would hit but why don't they? I don't know. It's got to be something because they're concerned about making it canon. Because I don't know.
I've been saying this for fucking 10 years or 7 years. Why not give SWTOR $300,000 and a team to make a game? Like, the game is there. The game is good. Like, if they had if they had the money or the resources and said, redo the engine, I don't know how much that costs, right? Could cost $1 million for all I know. I have no idea. But if they released that game with an updated graphical update, that game would be on top of the charts. It would beat Final Fantasy 14. It would beat it all. If they could come out with sub-average content releases, the game would decimate everything because the game is that good.
Yeah, because that's the common thing I hear when people are like, I talk about SWTOR and they're like, isn't that game like 10 years old? That's the response I get, is that game's like 10 years old. And then I get someone to try and they're like, man, this looks really old. And it doesn't look that bad like in my brain, but like
in comparison for me, I don't know. And it's hard because a lot of people are like, well, WoW looks really old. But the thing is that WoW has a cartoony style, and that doesn't age nearly as badly as like a more real, like SWTOR has that more realistic vibe to it, you know?
Look at Guild Wars 2 and Final Fantasy 14 are beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they just need a graphical update, but it's not going to happen. So whatever. Anyways, let's go to our favorite time of the show, working class questions. I'm going to ask the first question from Doritos and roll my eyes. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
42. 42 woods.
Okay. I'll do the next one. You can do the next.
Right.
Quinn asks, what's your favorite season of the year?
Me? Yeah. All right.
Yeah, you're the guest, man.
Yeah. Winter. I love wintertime. Hockey season, snow, ice. I'm in it. I'm in for it. It's already getting cold. We got the first frost of the year today and yesterday. Feeling good.
There you go.
Good. I can't wait to go ice skate. Well, I've already been playing hockey again, but yeah, that should answer the question fully.
All right, yeah. There you go. I'm a summer guy all the way. I don't like being cold. I don't like shivering. It's and then like sliding on this. No, thank you. I like it to be nice and warm. Lay outside with a drink, get a nice tan going on. All that stuff. Marcus?
Summer, baby. Hot. I like it fucking Tatooine hot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I fucking hate the winter. Like, I don't mind like snow at Christmas. Sure, a little snow for New Year's, fine. Celebrate with snowflakes, cool. As soon as that shit's over, let's turn the fucking heat back on. I love summer. Everything is just happier in summer. Where we live, you know what winter is? Gray skies. What part of gray skies makes you happy? Nothing.
Nope.
And unlike Kymeri, I don't care about ice skating. If I want to go ice skating, I'll go to a rink on open skate night and I'll skate around with my toe pick. You know what I mean?
Nothing beats the ODR, baby. The outdoor rink. Nothing beats the ODR, baby.
Well, I used to skate on ponds back in the day, but like my point is there's nothing good like you got to go out. You go outside in the winter and you're in a fucking parka with a winter hat, gloves, and you're still freezing ass.
Sounds like you're just a little bitch.
Oh! Anyways, what do we got next?
All right. DL Smooth asks, what is your favorite dessert?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I actually talked about this the other day. I'm going to go with cheesecake. Cheesecake is something like solid that I just really enjoy. Plain, any flavor minus pineapple. I love cheesecake. It's so good. And man, now I want a slice of cheesecake.
Pineapple cheesecake. That's a good one. Yeah. Marcus?
So believe it or not, my first answer, and I'm going to give you the Mount Rushmore, as Nick would say it. Nick suck less. Cheesecake is my number one. Number two is carrot cake. I love carrot cake. And number three, and this is really close to number two, I love pineapple sherbet.
Oh, yeah.
You can't find that often, but there's nothing like pineapple sherbet. Pineapple is so good. Like when you bite into a pineapple and the juice drips down your face and it like, Oh, and you lick your beard and you can smell the pineapple all day. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like it's
Feel the
so
little
good.
sting on your tongue a little
Yes.
bit.
Oh my God, I love pineapple.
It's so good.
It is.
You guys are weird.
And it's even better if you do like the sherbet that has the chunks in it too. You get the little pineapple chunks in there.
Dude, have you ever done a pineapple Dole Whip?
Yeah,
No,
they
I
sell those
haven't.
at the. So that's another funny story at the poke place Rooney and I go to when she's here. The first time we ever went, they literally brought over the Dole Whips and they were pineapple, and I'm like, I can't have it. The lady looked so sad and devastated, but I was like, I can't eat this. Sorry.
It's a lie.
I was sad. It's not.
Eh.
Eh.
Yeah. There you go. I haven't had one of those. I'll have to give it a go though.
Bro, they're so good.
Yeah.
Like at Disney World, they do like they'll give you a cup and they put like a quarter of it of pineapple juice, and then they put the Dole Whip on top of the pineapple.
There's other flavors,
Dole
by the way, guys, too.
No, there isn't. Don't
No,
listen
it's
to
just
them. The only
pineapple.
flavor is
No,
pineapple.
Dole only sells pineapples. They don't sell any other
that's not
fruit. Come
true.
on.
Ugh. Like, why would you get anything but pineapple? Like, come on.
Yeah, come on, man.
Pineapple has to be the
Sick.
greatest fruit ever.
Disgusting.
Probably.
Actually,
So-
second.
Blueberries
I
and
love-
apples are really good.
No. I love my GMO filled candy, cotton candy grapes.
Oh, they're so good.
Dude,
Oh yeah, those
they
are really
genetically
good.
Those are
modified
so-
these grapes to taste like cotton candy, and it works.
Yeah,
And
they're
it's
really
like double
good.
the price of regular grapes. But my kid,
Yep.
and I've taught my kid, I'm the guy that takes my kid and I'm getting all the rest of the vegetables, and she's picking the grapes out of the bag, eating them. And I'm like, "Atta girl, proud of you." I'm
There
that
you
guy.
go.
Somebody,
My inner produce working at the grocery store is screaming right now.
Yeah.
dude.
For the people that
yeah, I
take a grape to see if that's good.
I mean,
Like,
that's
oh, yeah,
like
this
one
isn't
is
good.
good, but if you're eating like the whole bag, like you're kind of stealing.
Atta girl, dude. There's like 6-year-old dudes doing it. Like my 6-year-old kid can eat some grapes.
True.
I'm pretty sure the grocery store can handle their lost wages on that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Exactly.
There you
duh.
go. Wait, hold on. My
Oh, wait.
favorite dessert.
Oh shit. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay. So my favorite dessert actually, I really like shakes. All sorts of different shakes. Oreo shakes, peanut butter, Reese's. I prefer them to be like thick enough that you have to eat a majority of it with a spoon.
Like
and
a
then the rest of
blizzard.
it- Yeah. And then like only the bottom is good enough to sip when you're like tired from just carving through all of that thick ice cream. Yeah, I really like shakes. There are no pineapple shakes are obviously towards the top. They're just one of the best.
Yeah, pineapple. Pineapple.
But Oreo, Reese's Pieces, peanut butter, those are also really great.
Pineapple. Do you like shake weights?
No, not a shake weight fan. I like the South Park episode, but
That's a funny one.
Yeah.
Shake weight. Shake weight. Time to work.
time to how about a workout?
How about a workout?
Let's
Let's go.
Here is your
Faster.
cab fare.
Duft asks, do you have any funny or scary stories about Halloween?
So my parents go camping. We've been going camping for a very long time, ever since I was a little kid. And one year, we decided to buy a coffin. And I was all dressed up. And my dad's a mechanic, a tractor mechanic. So I was like, yo, Dad, give me a chainsaw. I'm going to scare the crap out of these kids. And literally was in the coffin. And when people would come up, I'd be revving the chainsaw, running after them. Well, it didn't have a chain on it, but it was super fun. It was a fun little time, and just being able to, kind of help my parents give out their candy. That's actually this weekend for them, coming up here. And it was just a fun time just to scare kids and work at and I also did the haunted house one year. It was pretty cool. Those are always fun and little experiences that you get to do. I always hated haunted houses though. The only time I hate it is when people touch me. Like, I feel like that's a little too far. Like, don't touch me, please. Like, don't touch my neck, or please, like, because I will back up and just, this is reflex, man. Like, you know what I mean? I don't need to break someone's nose because like you're literally touching me. But yeah, it was super fun, and man, scaring those kids was just, dude, it was so fun. It was a terrifying little adventure. We only did that one year, but it was fun.
There you go. I'm pretty boring. I actually don't have any. Maybe it's funny that I don't have any because I was always like, when I was younger, I was way too scared to go out. Like, are you kidding me? There's goblins and ghouls and ghosts outside. Screw that up, staying inside. And by the time I got older, then I was just like, well, me and my friends can just hang out here and play video games. And there's more candy at the house. Like, we don't have to go out and work for it. We can just chill here. And then in high school, it just, I don't know, faster internet at night. So, like, because everybody was out doing stuff. So no one was on the internet in my. Yeah, well, it was a small town. So, like, if everybody during peak times, the internet was really slow. Like, as soon as everybody got off work, you could tell because, like, 5:30, your Netflix streaming would go from nice HD to like 1440p. So it was great when all those holidays and
480p.
stuff.
Yeah.
No, like 1440. No, 480. Yeah, 144. Whatever.
Oh
Something
my gosh, I
really
was like, yeah,
low.
Wait, you went up? You went up in quality?
Yeah.
Hell
No,
yeah!
no,
Get on
no,
the
no.
internet, boys
No,
and
yeah.
girls.
I missed 144 is what I meant. It was
140
really bad.
Pro.
It was really bad. So yeah,
nice
I
shirt,
always
Atrax.
thank you.
Forgot to comment on it. Nice shirt. He's
Yeah.
wearing one of my shirts. Nice.
Yeah, I've got my
Yeah, but
Self-plug.
like we haven't gotten new Kymeri merch.
Okay,
in so
I
long.
talked about it. All right.
I think I was the first person to buy a shirt.
Yeah. Don't worry. That's a whole revamp coming that I've been.
We've been hearing about.
I better buy one of these. This one's like kind of wearing out.
Yeah,
I wear
hit
it
me,
too
hit
much.
me up. I got
Dude,
you.
all we hear about is revamp.
I'm gonna.
Revamp, and
You know
all I
what?
want
You know
is-
what happens when I
Oh
see
man,
you? This is going where the sun don't shine.
how many revamps did we talk about tonight?
Two.
like sex.
No, way more than that.
Yeah,
Like
revamp.
5.
Revamp.
Yep.
Okay, so I have 2 stories. So I'll give you the scary one first. So there's this place in Connecticut called the Trail of Terror. Okay. And
I already know.
again, I'm a little bitch when it comes to this scary shit. And friends of mine dragged me along. They're like, Mark, it's not gonna be bad. I'm like, dude, creeps me out because they're gonna come touch me and like I'm here saying. Well, you go into this like shed because it's in the middle of the woods and it's fucking pitch black, and you follow this trail, right? It's legit a trail of terror. Anyway, there's hundreds of people. Like, we waited hours to go through this thing. I should have bought the VIP tickets, but I was broke as fuck, so I didn't. But next time, if I ever go again, VIP tickets all the way. Anyway, so you go into this shed and it's completely dark, and they only let one person in the shed at the time. Okay.
Oh.
So like, I'm usually the guy that lets like my 2 other friends go ahead of me. So like the scare thing gets them, but not me. Cause I'm like, ugh. So I go into this shed and my friends made me go first, and I go in and they have all of these like hanging tubes, like meat packing, like the freezer, like,
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So I'm going through and I'm like holding my arms really close to me. And I'm like, I just got to get through this. And I hear this noise going, hi there. How are you? I've missed you so much. And I'm like, where the fuck is that coming from? Because I think it had like 10 speakers in the ceiling because it sounded like it was everywhere. Right? All of a sudden, my ankles were getting touched, and they were using like feather dusters on your ankles. Dude, I freaked the fuck out when I was running. Like, I like picked up my pace, like Terminator T2, like that kind of walking, like power walking, right? Like shake weight walking. Anyways, I tripped and I fell. There were people all along the floor dressed up as clowns and fucking zombies. And they were tickling. Dude, scared the fucking piss out of me. Dude, I didn't sleep that night.
Let's go.
Dang.
All right. So, funny story. So this is a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. I was a DJ and I played drum and bass in clubs all over the place. And a friend of mine asked me to do his Halloween party at one of the colleges in his frat house. And I was like, dude, I don't really do it. And he's like, dude, there's going to be a lot of girls, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. He's like, just come do it. And I was like, dude, I don't have a costume. He's like, figure it out. So a single dude, like 18 years old, or maybe I was 19. I can't remember. What's the funniest fucking outfit a guy could be? A mammogram machine.
What?
So I got a giant cardboard box, cut like a W out of it, and I just wrote on it with marker that said free testing. And I DJ'd with that thing on like Deadmau5, right? It was the funniest fucking costume ever. I probably got slapped 10 times for it because I kept going in the microphone, free testing. I will check you out. It was the funniest costume.
I Googled it. I had to check that out. That's funny.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, let me see what comes up.
No, click on his. He put a link in the chat.
Oh, he did. I was
Called out live.
all right.
Recorded forever.
Yes, exactly. Just like that. Oh, I didn't have the bottom words, but yes, it was like that. But
Wow, that's funny.
yeah.
That's hilarious.
Anyways, what's the next question?
All right, Doritos. Doritos asks, who has better maple syrup, Vermont or Massachusetts?
New Hampshire.
It's in this question is Vermont
Yeah,
for sure,
No,
I was gonna say Canada.
or Canada. Yeah, Canadian syrup is like
That Canadian syrup is best maple syrup I've ever had.
Can you
Chef's kiss.
buy Canadian maple syrup on Amazon?
probably. You
Probably.
can buy anything on Amazon.
I'm sure they export.
Canada maple syrup,
Super good.
but I need it.
Yeah, maple syrup is pretty good. I'm not a fan of like those maple sugar candies, but I love maple syrup.
Yeah.
Wow,
I don't
dude,
like
like
the
boysenberry
candies are
syrup,
too
too.
much like.
dude. 16 ounces is $35.
Yeah, dude, it come. I mean, Canadian maple syrup, dog.
Yeah.
It's good stuff though.
Right.
That ain't that garbage you buy in the store, unless you go to like the local section and you find like the local source stuff. That's what I like to do. Try to find stuff that's local. It's pretty cool, pretty fun.
Locally sourced maple syrup.
Local source anything really, honestly.
Yeah,
Certain things I
yeah,
really
that's-
like to
that's good.
find.
Fresh
Yeah.
is generally better than shelved. I
True.
would agree with that.
True.
All right. While Marcus continues to look up maple syrup prices and whatnot,
Can we just state
you
there
want to
is
stay on the
something-
maple syrup thing?
Yeah, dude, I love maple syrup. Like
Same.
that. There's a big fair near where I live called the Big E. And I go there every year and I buy the gallon jug of New Hampshire maple syrup because it's the best. And I love maple syrup. I love it. I fucking love waffles. I love, I don't love pancakes, but I love waffles and French toast. Like when I make that shit homemade, it's amazing.
You don't
I
like?
love them all.
Yeah, I love them all too. What do you? I mean, dude, I go to IHOP,
You
I
don't
get
like-
the feast, baby. What do you
Oh
mean?
yeah, stack of pancakes.
We're getting all of it, baby, all at the same time. Pancakes, French toast, waffles, bacon, eggs. I don't give a
hash
damn. I'm eating
browns.
it all.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the story
Give me the
about
whole
me with
breakfast.
pancakes. When I've been living on my own since I was 17, and my electricity got shut off because I had to choose either pay my electric bill or pay my car insurance and pay for my car. So I chose I got to go to work. So I lived under like cell phone light, which was like a terrible light way back. For like a month, I lived with no
Would
electricity.
you just charge it in your car?
Yeah. It was an old BlackBerry.
Oh man.
So
Dang.
yeah, dude. So anyway, so I was broke. I was so broke, and I came across like a crazy sale where I got $1 for a box of pancake mix. So I bought 10 boxes of pancake mix, and every day I would just go to my neighbor's house and use their stove with my own pan. I'd have to wash my pan in my house with cold water because I didn't have hot water because it was all electric, right?
Right.
And so for a month, all I ate was pancakes.
Oh.
I would make, so still to this day, dude, like I'll eat a pancake, but it's like, you ever eat something so much when you eat it, it like hurts to chew it?
Yeah. Like you can feel your stomach rejecting it already in your mouth.
Yeah, you're just
Yeah.
like, I have to. But yeah, I was so broke. Anyway.
Dang.
Albus asks, what's your top 3 horror movies / franchises? Oh, this shit scares me.
Number 1, we're going with Halloween, baby. Michael Myers, love it. Love all the Halloweens, love all the old ones. Haven't seen the 2 newest ones yet, and I heard it's not the last one's not the greatest, but I love those movies. Do we count Chucky as a horror movie? I like Chucky.
Yes.
I think
Well,
it's hilarious.
franchise. It's a franchise too.
I haven't
for
seen the
sure.
show yet either. That's another thing I
I
think I'm
haven't
gonna
seen
watch.
the show.
I'm gonna watch with Rooney like before Halloween hits. Like I want to watch like some of those movies, some of the shows and the movies and stuff. And then third, I don't know. It's tough between like it's got to be between like Friday the 13th and like Nightmare on Elm Street. Basically, pretty standard. It's pretty
So the
boring.
classics. All
It's
right.
pretty boring, but I mean, I don't really. I mean, actually, there's like one. I think it's called the Terrifier. Dude, I think there's a new one out for it. Dude, that one is scary as heck. Very, very intense to watch. But yeah,
All
I like the classics. You know, what about you guys? Marcus probably doesn't like any. So
Yeah, Marcus, you want to go first? I'm having a tough time because there's a ton of really scary movies that still creep me out to this day. So
Well,
it's hard for me to
it's
pick.
saying what are your top 3 horror movies? So,
Right. Or franchises.
well, the scariest movie I've ever seen is called The Cell with Jennifer Lopez. That was that shit gave me nightmares for like a month or 2. So that's the scariest movie I've ever seen for me way back. Goriest movie I ever saw was Cabin Fever. That shit fucked with me because that shit was disgusting. And then I always liked the Friday the 13th movies because it was always so predictable and it was comical, but yet it always had that creepy, like every time Jason came and stabbed somebody, you were like, ooh,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, and
Right.
it always seemed to be always funny how there was always, you know, the naked girl in the shower or the jock playing football or whatever all by himself. And dude, this dude's dead. Like,
Yeah.
bro, don't you know you're gonna die? Like, you're at Crystal fucking Lake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
so I always liked the Jason movies because they weren't ever scary. Like Freddy Krueger was scary because the shit was in your dreams. So once that is in your head, you're dreaming about Freddy Krueger in your dreams. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you're in trouble.
But honestly, the biggest horror franchise that scares the fuck out of me is Dead Space. Like there's let me see if I can't remember if it was
Also for mine too, I love Scream as well. I think the Scream series,
Yeah.
I know they've been making so many of them now, but I always enjoy
Right.
those. Those are classics to me.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the old school stuff, you know.
I've seen so many. It's really hard for me to pick because now when I like think back, there's a lot of them that just ooh.
yeah, so Dead Space has a book, and I read I listened to like an hour of it and it scared the fuck out of me and it just solidified that that's the scariest franchise ever.
Fair.
So that's your number 1 for you is Dead Space? The
I
Dead
can't
Space
really
franchise?
say I have a number 1 because horror is weird in different ways. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
And it messes with you
like
at
Friday the
different
13th
times.
is horror, but like it's like comedy horror. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it gets creepy. Like I think like Halloween is scarier than Friday the 13th because like Michael Myers don't talk and he just stares at you like
The music done. I got that music every time,
Right.
dude.
but that's what I'm saying. And like, well, in like Friday the 13th, you have the cha 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 cha. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
you get a little bit of the cha 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 cha. You know, so for me, horror is very different, but I don't enjoy it. Like I know, like I don't enjoy that at all. That
Yep.
is not, you know, I would much rather watch a comedy and laugh my balls off than watch a horror movie. Where some people are the complete opposite.
Yeah. I used to really like horror and now I really don't. I've like kind of switched.
What's that one where the girl was all in white and she had the long black hair?
The Ring,
That shit was creepy too.
and she
Right.
came out of the TV. Yeah,
Yes.
it was cool to watch like the VFX breakdown on how they did that.
But still, that shit is
It was-
creepy.
Yeah, it's mega. That was mega weird.
But it's also too like the horror thing. It's like not kind of going religious, but like it's almost like you're allowing Satan to come around, and that I don't know. For me,
Well, and a lot of those movies, like a lot of the horror movies, especially nowadays, are very religious themed, which is like, like the big horror element is that you're being haunted by demons or something like that. I think that's also like a lot of the big ones, like Paranormal Activity, Insidious, The Haunting. Those are all like really big horror movies.
what's the name of that movie that like you're meant to die and you like skip death? You remember
Final Destination.
Yes. Like that's horror, but that's not really horror. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was
Yeah.
classified as horror.
like
Like
a
you were
thriller.
supposed to die. Like this group of people, you were all supposed to die, but you didn't. And now
Right.
each one of you is going to die in special ways.
Yeah.
Like
Death is
convenient,
catching up to you or
Yes.
something.
but like you were saying, Scream. Like that's comedy horror.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
But I
Like,
think
dude,
they're
the one
making another one.
Yeah, no, they are. Yeah, they are. It was funny. I was watching. I forgot last year. I think we were watching the newest Scream or one of the either the newest or the older one. I don't remember. Scream 1 maybe. Dude, I was like laughing because like I'm like, dude, you're gonna freaking die, man. You're just dead. Like you knew what was gonna happen. Like you were saying about like Jason, right? Like you knew. Like you were like, I mean, yeah. So basically the same style, kind of.
So I think I've finally narrowed it down to 3.
Hit it,
Ooh.
me.
And I'm going to say my number 1 is I Am Legend because, and I don't think it's necessarily classified as horror, but to me it is, right? Like it's a especially for the time, like when it came out, 2008, it was like the whole world has gone horribly wrong because of this virus, and this guy thinks that he can save it. And, like there are these monsters, even though they're people, they are monsters. And when I watched that, I can't remember how old I was, but that movie scared me so bad. Like taking out the trash, and we lived in the country at the time too, which made it worse. But taking out the trash, like being away from the house and just looking into the dark, as a kid, you can almost see the guys running at you. And so that movie just, yeah. And then too, with like his dog dying, his only companion, and like, that was, to me, that was a horror movie because that is such a terrible position to be in. And also it was a great movie. The Chucky franchise, I think also probably my most top watched, horror movie franchise. I watched the first 3 movies so many times. Because I don't know, I just thought it was funny, like a little doll running around causing mayhem.
That's also comedy horror almost because like the way
right.
they go about it, like the one scene I think about is the honeymoon suite waterbed one where they break the glass that's on top of the ceiling and then the glass just comes out and pops the waterbed.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's like the scene. Like I'm
Exactly.
like, oh my gosh, what the heck?
Like the
dude?
most ridiculous, or like the very end where he like sticks the hose into the giant pile of
Yes.
goop. Like it's just
Yeah.
it's a horror movie, but then also you can kind of go home and not be super freaked out. And then the last one is The Fourth Kind, another movie that just really, really freaked me out when I first watched it. It's basically a horror alien movie, and it was shot in a way that makes you believe, like it's one of those ones that's designed to make you think that it's real. And it follows this psychiatrist. I think she was a psychologist. Anyway, she was recording her experiences because she started noticing really weird, like, frequencies in the stories that her patients were telling her. Like they always woke up at the same time. They saw like the same freaky figure. They were having the same dreams, but it's like, 50 different people that are coming in to talk to her. And then she starts like just going and visiting these people, and all sorts of crazy stuff happens. And it's supposed to be like an alien movie, but you never actually see any aliens, which makes it creepier in my mind. Just the way it ends, the way it's set up. It's shot in a way where they say like the majority of the movie is considered a dramatization, but then they have other like videos where there'll be like actual footage or actual sound bites or whatever to kind of sell even more that it's a real thing that has happened. And it's a story kind of like Cloverfield did
Right.
with their camera. So yeah, I'd say those
Hmm.
I'd finally narrow it down to those three. Great question.
Yep. Especially for the time of year.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll do the last one. Well, there's two. How many sandy gas does it take to get a shiny sandy gas?
Well, if you're me, 1,636 Pokemon eggs hatched in a game. That's how many.
You
Go
know,
check out that short. I made that one too.
That's a really banger one, by the way.
like
His
here's-
editing on that one was like top tier.
yeah. Well, most of it, I think because he's doing it so much more often, the quality of them is just going up because it's getting better and better.
Practice.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I got to hand it to you, man. Riding a bicycle in a circle over and over and over, it shows how good of a content creator you are. And I'm not just trying to boost your ego, because it's pretty boring content, right? Like ride in a circle. Oh, let's try. Okay, let's ride in a circle. You know what I mean? So to be able to engage your chat the way you do, I commend you for it, because you make the content, the repetitive content, quality
And
Right.
enjoyable, yeah.
and enjoyable.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Right. A lot of people I talk to in like the shiny hunting community is what they call that, is like basically it's a glorified just chatting stream, right? But that's where, in my opinion, I excel at, because I'm very interactive. Even when I'm, PvPing or doing something else, I'm very on top of like the chat and stuff like that. So I try it, I think it's actually a pretty good fit too for me. And it does really well. Like people love the reactions, and like there was just so much pure joy at that moment that I finally got it. Like I just couldn't contain myself. It was just natural. Like I wasn't doing anything. Like it was just how I felt. It's exciting.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is amazing.
And how many? That was like 3 times over the odds,
Yeah, triple
right?
odds. Yes, triple odds. So the odds for that specific method, with having the shiny charm in the game and doing the Masuda method, is 1 in 512. So I was over triple odds, about 100 over triple odds. I didn't think I'd get there. I thought I'd stop at double, but there we were, triple odds, and I was like, wow, this is probably one of my longest ones I've ever done in this way.
Next one's quadruple odds.
Please no. I'm doing an encounter hunt tomorrow, so that's different. That's not hatching. You battle
tomorrow?
the same one and then kill it. Yeah, tomorrow. What do you mean?
Tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah, tomorrow's Friday. I'm on the podcast today.
Oh,
He
that's
streamed.
right. Yeah. You're
I
right.
totally forgot, to be honest, and then I was like, I'll just move to Friday. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting in a sidebar of sidebars is I'm noticing that you're playing Pokemon on stream a lot more now.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that is correct.
So are you dedicating 2 days to it now a week?
I'm giving it a try right now. Right now I'm giving that a good shot. Especially the reason why is because the new games are coming out, and I've literally talked about this for probably about a month. Is when those games come out, I'm not streaming anything else except for that for now, for a while, because like I want to explore the game. It's a brand new game, something I really enjoy, and I've never been in this same space that I am now, being a content creator and being able to make content. I've never been in this space with a new Pokemon game, and I'm stoked. I'm stoked about it.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait for you to get all of the Pokeballs.
This freaking guy, man.
What do you mean?
I can't wait for all the videos.
Oh, Atrax, I gotta DM you later.
Why do you have to DM him? We're all right here. Like we know he makes videos.
No, I'm not gonna say it out loud. But
Well, he doesn't want to reveal the amazing video idea and have somebody else steal it. You know, that's
right.
Oh man,
Right, exactly. See, it's like this is why me and Atrax are like,
No, don't worry. I got the video editing PR
Yeah, he knows.
done. I know.
He knows. Like there'll be times where like I'm on stream and I'm like, I think of something. I'm like, yo, Atrax. And like he'll like know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
he'll like know what I'm talking about already. He'll just be like,
Yep.
oh yeah, okay.
And
It's
then
just
everybody's like at me like, oh, what do you know? What's going on? I'm
What's
like, I don't know.
happening?
He hasn't talked to me yet. They're
But-
like,
but-
what is it? I'm like, he hasn't even DM'd me. What do you mean?
if that's one thing I will say, I'm very. It sounds weird, but I'm very secretive with things. I like to keep myself under the radar when I'm doing things a lot of the time. I think this actually is a testament to when I like played super competitive Pokemon. I worked with someone that's one of the best in the game. And he always taught me to be like more like secretive with my teams and my strategies and things like that. So you don't like, because again, Pokemon's a very informational game, all mental. And you want to hide as much information as possible, right? Like if I'm going to a tournament and someone knows my entire team, items, moveset, everything, I'm at a disadvantage if they know going into a game. If I sit down across from someone that knows, I'm at a disadvantage. And if I don't know about their team, then I'm kind of screwed, right? Like, so I've always kind of done that with that approach. And I guess it works with content creation as well, because I get to keep my cool ideas to myself and with Atrax and my editing and mod team and stuff. So pretty cool.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think, when you're doing content creation, it's, you're going to get stream sniped. You know what I mean?
True. Well, that's fine.
And yeah, exactly. All right, Kymeri, tell everybody where they can find you.
With the new name change, it's twitch.tv/just not just Kymeri. I like Kymeri, twitch.tv/Kymeri. Not oh, that joke is
It's
going
just
on the stream.
Kymeri.
That joke is already
www.twitch.tv/justkymeri.
Oh my god.
You heard it.
Yeah,
Just
you heard it.
That's already a joke in the community already when I say it like that. Just Kymeri, but it's just
and if and the other one, I'll say your other link, it's onlyfans.com/Kymeri.
yeah, I'm gonna be taking pictures of pineapples. There's no OnlyFans, guys.
Dude,
Yeah,
you can it would sell.
Change your pineapples.
Instead, it's not OnlyFans, it's only pineapples. That's it.
That's a new website, only pineapples.
What are you guys talking about in here?
Find out next episode of Working Class Nerds.